Hello guys. So in this video, we are going to talk about epithelial tissues. So epithelial cells are the cells that cover body surfaces. So like your skin and some other organs or some system in your body are covered by epithelial tissues. And they're located in different regions in the human body. And they can be both found in membranous and glandular. So they're in membranes of some organs and in some glands. So they have these characteristics. They're closely packed to each other. So one cell is closely packed to another cell. So there is no space between the cells. And they are avascular. That means they don't have vessels in them. So neither an artery nor a vein. So they are vascular, and the blood supply that they get is by the connective tissue underneath these epithelial tissues. And they have a free apical surface and a basement membrane which is connected to the underneath connective tissue. So from one side they are free, and the other side they are packed and they're occupied to their underneath connective tissues. And as I already mentioned, they're either membranous or glandular. Their functions: protection, which is in the skin. The skin protects our internal organs, muscles, and other parts of our bodies. Secretion, in the GIT, they secrete some enzymes for digestion, and also in absorption, for absorption in the digestive system, in gastrointestinal tract, GIT. And sensory, they also have some sensory functions like taste and smell, which we call them the olfactory for smell. And transport, they have finger-like projections called cilia, which help transport of different substances. So this is an example of an epithelial cell. These purple ones are epithelial cells. Underneath them, they have a basement membrane. That membrane is made up of two major things: the basal lamina and the reticular lamina. And the basement membrane is connected to its underneath connective tissue. And over here, they have a free apical surface. It's free. This one is connected and the apical surface is free. Cilia. So on the apical surface, some unique cells have these characteristics called cilia. Cilia are finger-like projections at the apical surface of some epithelium, which make some things to move. You can take an example in the fallopian tube, where we have the eggs coming out from the ovaries, and they want to move to the ampulla of the fallopian tube. So there we have these cilia to help them move. And then we have stereocilia. Stereocilia are also like cilia, but the difference is that cilia are widely expanded, and stereocilia are in bundles and in groups. You can see like one bundle, a group, another group of cilia, another group, another group. This is called stereocilia. And then we have microvilli. So microvilli are also finger-like projections at the apical surface of some epithelium. And the difference between microvilli and cilia is that the cilia can move and microvilli cannot move. And they are actually longer. Microvilli are actually longer than cilia. So here is the difference. So on the apical surface of the epithelial cells, this is microvilli, and they're actually parallel. You can see in a very good manner, parallel. Stereocilia in different groups, in bundles of cilia. And then cilia, which are finger-like projections, just like that. Now, classification of membranous epithelium. In this video, we are not going to focus on glandular epithelium, but only on membranous epithelium. So, epithelium are divided into some cells and some types according to their shape. If they are flat, they're called squamous. If they're cube shaped, they're called cuboidal. And if they're tall and long, they're called columnar. This is according to their shape. But now, according to their layers, if it's only one layer, it's called simple epithelium. If there are many layers, it's called stratified epithelium. And if it's one layer and two layer mix, so basically you think they have multiple layers, but it's actually one layer. It's one layer and with different with nuclei at different positions. That's what we call pseudostratified. So let's start with simple squamous. Simple squamous epithelium is like this. It's located in endothelium, mesothelium, endocardium, in alveoli of the lungs for gas exchange, and in Bowman's capsules in the kidneys, and in the loops of Henle. So here are the simple squamous epithelium. They are very flattened and it's one layer. We call them simple because of one layer and squamous because they're flattened. Then simple cuboidal epithelium. These cells are located in kidneys also, majorly in the renal tubules and in the surface of ovaries and in ducts of some exocrine glands and in the cornea of the eye. So as you can see in this picture, these are the simple because it only has one layer and the nuclei are kind of round and they look cubed shape. Now, simple columnar epithelium. These cells are tall, they're long and tall, and because it has only one layer, it's called simple columnar epithelium. And they're located in renal tubules, in the GIT, basically from stomach to the rectum. They're all simple columnar epithelium. And then some glands like gallbladder, and we have segments of alimentary canal, and basically in the female reproductive tract, where we have the upper part of the cervix, or what we call the endocervix, in the endometrium layer of the uterus, in the fallopian tube, in the ducts of some large glands.